Yow! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another edition of X Television. We got a special show for you tonight. It's going to be some arena respawn action, a brand new style of TF2, and well, we have 10 fantastic players here tonight. Going to be in an invite PUG, and well, going to be doing some player picks here. First, let me introduce my co-caster real quick tonight. I'm joined by Flame. How you doing, Flame?
Pretty good. Pretty excited to be here.
Excellent. Well, before we get into breaking down the mode once again, and we'll talking about like class bans, some of these other things that we got going on tonight, we're just going to handle the player picks and bans real quick right now with our two captains. Let's introduce them real quick right now. We got one of our captains is Banny. How you doing, Banny?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for having me here.
Good. Our pleasure. Our other captain for the night is Grape. How you doing, Grape?
I'm good.
Wonderful. All right, to run down our other players that we have in attendance that are in the pool to be selected, we have Clockwork, Dummy, Mangachu, Ninja Nick, Pure, Sean Bud, Shade, and Tag. The captains are going to be selecting just straight up alternating, and we did a coin flip beforehand in which Grape won. Grape, who is your first pick?
I'm going to go with Clockwork.
Clockwork, boom, on Team Grape. Banny?
Take Shade.
Big Shade. Grape, your selection now?
Dummy.
Dummy, paired up with Clockwork. Banny, back to you.
I'll get... Mangachu.
Grape, back over to you.
Tag.
Banny, your choice?
Shambud.
Ninja Nick.
Pure!
Oh, and there we go. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Teams have been selected. Banny and Grape, thanks for jumping in. We are also going to have you guys do class bans. Bans will be applicable to both teams. Grape, you will be able to pick ban first, and Banny will have second ban. That selection will alternate on the next map, so the next man, Banny will be banning first, and Grape will be banning second. If you guys want to make your selection now, that's cool. If not, you guys are welcome to jump into your team channel and figure it out and get back to us.
I'm going to talk to my team about it.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good, guys. Well, let Gizmo know about that in chat, and we'll take care of business. Thanks for selecting.
Sorry, who bans first?
I'm
Grape
banning
will
a
be
class
banning first.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, thanks, guys. Flame, your first time here with this 5v5 arena respawn. I already caught you up with the basics, but to give the rundown again for our viewers that are joining us, this 5v5 arena respawn starts just like regular arena. You have one life to live. The catch is, in this mode, in this format, if you capture the point, you respawn your team. Now, I was talking with the players beforehand. One important aspect of the meta is you don't necessarily want to capture the point right away. If you run to capture the point and your whole team is alive, you don't respawn anybody when you capture it, and then you could lose players and not have the capability to capture the point because you've essentially already captured it. Additionally, if you do capture the point when you're standing on it as a defensive player, you take mini crits, as in you are marked for death. So that's a system we're kind of fine-tuning, but it's meant so, you know, that if it's a 1v3 scenario and you have 3 players just kind of standing on top of the point, that one player will get some sort of benefit. And at least kind of push defenses off of the point a little bit. Besides that, it's an open whitelist, class limit 1, and the players will be banning one class for each team, and it's the ban is applicable to both. So, Flame, what are your initial reactions to this mode? Well, Flame.
Oh, my bad. I thought I had open mic on. My bad. But I was gonna say I think Banny's picks are probably stronger in terms of players, just because he's got a lot more pubbers on his team, as opposed to people who don't play as much, like Tim and Clockwork. Dummy, I guess. Because my first thought is, if I'm playing this, like, I'm instantly locking heavy, because I can just grab a sandwich, you know?
Yeah. Or
I'm gonna grab the scout with the little milk carton thing. But like stuff like that, like you wouldn't really think about unless you have pubbed. So
it's true.
There's a few intricacies here that I think can be exploited.
Ooh.
in terms of like how the game, like you might want to run a Dead Ringer Spy, right? Just for intel purposes. You might want to run a heavy just for heals. You might want to run a sniper just because of how passive the game kind of has to go. I don't know.
Yeah, sniper can be a big pick because there's no respawn, so you get one pick and he's down. Looks like the first ban is out, and that is Soldier, which we did not see in our bans the other week. You know, the bombs can be a big deal in this mode, but it's also, you know, we played against Dashner, and Dashner was roaming and being really effective. But also, if you fail at your bomb, you just gave them a pick, and you're not going to respawn at all. So that's kind of a mechanic to keep in mind as well. For the other ban, you know, there's definitely plenty of options on the board. The red team here, Banny's team, you know, banning Scout could be a possibility since you are up against Clockwork.
Well, so do the classes mirror each other, or?
The bans are mirrored, and it looks like Sniper is banned in addition to Soldier. So that's what we'll be running here. The Sniper is certainly very powerful on well here because you can just walk out those doors, and you have fantastic sight lines.
So you can pick whatever class as long as it's not those two, right? Is that how this works?
That's correct. Okay. And since, you know, of course, TF2 has 9 classes, we have 5 players here, and the 2 classes banned. You are at least always presented with 2 choices in addition to the class that you're running, which is kind of nice. We tried kind of a similar setup with 6v6, but that was one of the downsides is if there were 7 allowed classes, like you could be Scout and you could be like, well, I could go Soldier, but that's it, you know, or Sniper or whatever it is. But at least with this, you have a few choices to select from.
No, yeah, that definitely adds to the game, I guess, because there's a lot of sort of a meta, I guess, when the round starts as to what the other team's going to pick. You don't really know. So
yeah, and you actually can even change classes during a respawn as well. If your team captures, you can come back as a different class.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that adds a lot more of a dynamic that I wasn't really thinking of when we started. Did the map just? No, that was weird.
Yeah, I think they do have to exec the config here, so we will be getting ready to go here.
The HUDs are up.
Yeah, HUD is up, and definitely we'll be interested to see how teams roll out. You know, the lineup that they go with will probably fluctuate throughout this match here. It is an open whitelist. Looks like Pure right now is on the Engineer, so Gunslinger, Mini Sentry definitely a possibility. Shade was saying that he only wants to play Medic today, which it is definitely a possibility that in another map forward we could see Medic banned out. Maybe both of these teams want to run Medic though, so maybe that won't even really be considered.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the bind right now to do Inspect, because I feel like if there was ever a time to use that, this is actually probably one of those.
Right.
Yeah.
Bind F Inspect works. Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be interesting to see the loadout here because it is that wide open whitelist, and sometimes when we've played this arena respawn mode in the past, that's been a question is, are the players really being as innovative as they could be? Even stuff for, you know, the Scout to be like, oh yeah, I can run that Pocket Boy pistol that gives me an extra 25 health. You know, why not? It's completely allowed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's definitely a lot of different weapons that are... I don't even know what half the weapons do in this game right now. So, but there might be some weapons that are definitely better for instigating. Like maybe you want to run Scottish Resistance or something on this, because there's only like 3 or 4 ways into the well. Have your sniper look at the other one. I don't know.
Yeah, Scottish Resistance might be too defensive, but also, you know, if you had a team and your team plan was to just kind of not push the point immediately, you could do that. You could rock that, and that's kind of what we're hoping to see. And we also want to be, you know, in tune with Valve and Valve's meta and Valve's attempts to kind of balance it and throw extra things in there. So we kind of hope that that this mode, kind of maybe more so than other kind of competitive modes that are out there, really reflects what they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we're still waiting on red here. Blue did just unready up while red is readying up, so maybe we're getting there. Players should be going live here soon. This is a 20-minute map. It is to the most rounds is the winner. There is a mercy rule of win limit 7, and if there is a round in progress, it won't cut off. So that's always kind of been something that's bugged me about certain competitive configs. And as long as you get that last round activated, it will play out. If it is tied, we'll just play one more round to decide the winner. And we might bump this down to 15 minutes in the future, but I think 20 minutes is a good timeline right now. But some players in our feedback said, well, maybe we just do more maps with a shorter map times. Then maybe that's a possibility in the future.
I was also about to ask, what happens if like if we get a 7-0, are we gonna redraft? What's our plan for scenarios where the teams seem heavily imbalanced?
I think for the players, we're gonna keep the players the same. Is the plan, you know, unless there really is a feeling like it was a terrible draft. We'll keep the players the same, and we'll, you know, reban classes on the next map.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what the delay is right now. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. Well, Gizmo was in Banny's channel a few seconds ago, and now he's in Grape's channel, so there might be some discussion about rules or something going on right now. I don't know.
Oh, okay, there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here with this arena respawn. Checking out the teams right now. Both teams are running a medic. Looks like fairly similar. Demoman, Engineer, and Scout. But Pure on the heavy weapons guy, while Grape taking the Pyro. Certainly a bit of a mini mid-fight coming out here as Sean Bud goes upstairs. Rest of the red team taking the side route. Blue already getting in on the point.
So I'm going to give the edge here to Brad's heavy. I mean, what do they have to deal with a heavy right now?
Yeah, heavy's
honestly,
definitely...
nothing. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, heavy is definitely a good selection. Pyro can be, you know, good in some sense, but he's not really going to be able to do a lot of damage to the heavy weapons guy.
So one thing I will say, this is just my initial thoughts as far as how this is going and how this started, is banning the sniper almost guarantees a heavy. I don't know. That would be my thought process. It's almost like in a mode like this, how do you counter it unless you go spy, but you really can't. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of pub meta. I wish I was in the channel, but I want to know what they're thinking, because there's definitely some thought process here as to why they're going heavy.
Yeah, we're probably going to see some back and forth as teams figure out how to deal with it. Tag is now switched over to heavy as well, realizing, oh yeah, we're going to have to counter this.
Yeah.
And, you know, counter heavy with heavy is certainly a fair strategy. Grape did some reflex. Clockwork gets Sean Bud down early. See if they can continue to work this and win this round back. There goes Dummy, though, picked down by Banny. Mangachu's running the Frontier Justice and the Short Circuit. So that's something to be watched out for if you can pull off some bullshit with that Short Circuit or not, to be frank about it. And we've had our first respawn here as Red gets a couple players back up. It's just Dummy, Grape, and Ninja Nick up.
They do have an Uber advantage, though, quite a hefty one. So if Dummy can put in work right now with this Uber, I'm hoping they don't Uber this Pyro in. Pyro's kind of gimped right now. And Dummy, what just happened?
He got totally shut down. Pyro comes across. They got to get the Uber off. Dummy's got to complete this capture. He does. Respawns his team before he gets gunned down. So Blue is back up. Red also gets the capture and respawn. So Grape, Tag, and Clockwork, a bit of an uphill battle here as Shade's still up for Red Team.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize how fast the point was going to cap there. I was thinking CP well when we started this, and now I'm seeing that that's not the case. And Clockwork actually does a lot of work there. Are you allowed to go back to your spawn door is my question.
Yeah, definitely, but there's no cabinet in there.
But can you cycle class? I mean, that's a little glitchy.
I don't believe you can cycle classes either. You can just cycle classes in between the spawns. Right now, we have a heavy battle as Pure trying to run back. Pure is trying to do something of that sort. And he's got the shotgun. If he had the sandwich, he could heal up. Vanny's trying to long-range fight Tag here. Tag working towards the point, but having an exchange with Dummy at distance. Tag is getting whittled away here.
These health values are so low. But the engineer's dispenser proves to be invaluable.
Yeah, Banny somehow gets the sticky trap kill on Tag as well.
4, 3, 2, 1.
What did we switch out here? We're missing engineer. One team's running engineer, one engineer versus one pyro.
Yeah, Shamba goes down.
3, 2, 1.
No spy really brought out yet, which definitely would be a possibility, but you know, none of these players really bring the spy or are known for their spy. I mean, maybe Megan Chu, but he is bringing that engineer. Ninja Nick gets the capture, so that does respawn their one player. Clockwork working on the heavy weapons guy. He's at 78. He needs to hook up with his medic, but standing on the point and getting marked for death instead.
I feel like they haven't really thought about their loadouts yet.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a huge. There's something missing here. Like, why has nobody thrown Girardi yet? Not Girardi, the milk, the
Mad Milk, yeah.
Or even the Bonk. Bonk would be really overpowered here.
Banny almost gets hit by a train. Bonk would certainly be powerful. No sandwich either on Pure, which I think is kind of surprising. I mean, that definitely could be a strategical choice. But I think sandwich, you know, if your medic dies, sandwich is just so clutch, and there's no health packs on this map, so.
Yeah, I also like the Uber dynamic here.
Yeah, a lot of different guns are viable. Right now we do have the quick fix over on Shade. The Uber coming in from Ninja Nick. They are going to get the capture here, so that respawns the 2 players that were down. But they do have to kind of win this fight now that they control the point and are backing off. Red captures the point. Didn't respawn anybody, though. That does kind of flip things back over to Blue. And some players pretty banged up here for Red Team. Mangachu trying to use this Frontier Justice as Clockwork was going crazy. It's 2 up for Red. They control the point, though, so they can't get respawns.
Mangachu actually narrowly dodged the train there. Almost went down to it.
Yeah, Tag getting the respawn here. Mangachu's going to have to work some magic to get on the point. Shade just backing up here. Mangachu down low. I think he's eventually going to get tracked down here. Maybe he can reconnect with Shade.
He's in no man's land right now.
Yeah, there goes Shade. Miscommunication, and that is the round. So Blue wins their first round back, and we've gotten through about 6.5 minutes here on this 20-minute map. We just play it through the map. The map time limit, 7-minute win difference. So if it is a steamroll, it will just end on 7, but otherwise we will be playing 20 minutes for each map. All right. Now we still have Mangachu on the engineer. He goes down early though. His sentry gun didn't do a whole lot of work. You're kind of working out here.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, one strat that we would see is that you cap the point halfway to just kind of delay it for when the other team actually moves in on it. Now if Blue captures, they will respawn Dummy right now. Tag goes down as well, so Dummy could definitely benefit from pressuring the point here. Quick fix is out.
I was gonna say I see Shade's Uber, but it's not going anywhere. But now Ninja Nick actually has Uber, so they should be able to retake here. But do they want to retake? If I'm them, I would just go wipe. I don't know. Do you need the cap? I don't think you need the cap.
Yeah, it certainly would help to get those other 2 players up, because then if they can maintain control of the area, they'll just have supremacy. You also kind of start the timer, which if you have the medic and you're just playing heals and putting pressure on, a timer will put pressure eventually, because there's 35 seconds on it now. Pure and Shade have the quick fix here, but they're going to need to run in with this and make something happen. They do get through. No sticky trap death. Pure just waiting. The quick fix is out. Oh god, he gets on the point. Can he do this? Oh my god, he goes down. Shade standing on the point. It is not going to happen. He's actually running the Vita Saw, which, yeah, it's not, maybe, I don't know about that one, but there we go. That was close. That was a good round.
No, yeah, that was definitely close. But I'm thinking to myself, like, if you have Uber and you know that they don't, do you bother with your cap? I don't know. It's strange.
Yeah, I think maybe, yeah, you're right, though. I mean, prioritizing getting some kills is maybe more important, because then you could be, instead of 3v4, you're 3v2 at the end of the Uber.
Yeah, and then you just go back and cap, because the cap's really fast, but I don't know, I haven't played. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to theory craft.
Yeah, that's true. I think you're correct to a certain point, though, and we'll have to see if the teams kind of get hit to that as this evolves. Thanks, Shade. On Critskrieg now, which is a strong option in this mode. Ninja Nick, I believe, yep, still on the Uber charge. They're going to capture the point to get the respawn. Just respawn tag. Clockwork. Oh, gets Sandman down by Sean Bud. That's one way to counter him.
So I'm going to say also that it seems like if you have at least on this map, just because of how the map is designed well, but if you have control of the inner building, why side your team at them? I feel like this will. I want to see the meta evolve because I know it's gonna, but right now it's very one-dimensional. I guess I don't know. I'm interested to see how this gets a lot more intense as the games go on. Like it's only 2 or 3 right now. First couple matches. Like I feel like by the 3rd map, people are gonna start realizing, oh wow, we could have been doing this to maximize.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And I think that is one thing that's important that you could be doing. You hit on it, but it is like a risk-reward strategy, you know. If you have 2 players around the point, or you have 4 players around the point, you're like, let's push 2 out to try to get extra kills, and then we'll capture the point. What if those 2 players die, and then you actually don't capture the point? You know, that, and then you just kind of threw away 2 players.
Yeah.
Blue getting out here. There's a Wrangle mini sentry from the engineer as well, which is great. Seem to be doing work. We get a recap here from Ninja Nick, reviving 3 players. Pretty big capture. Also gets an arrow over on Tag. Tag goes down, but at least Blue still sparks some life into the scenario. We do have the crit streak ready to go from Shade. It is popped on Banny.
Oh
it's
my
Clockwork
God.
and Grape Devastation. We're gonna get a recap here as well. Ninja Nick with Dummy. Yeah, Dummy taken down. That is a 2-round lead now as we're coming up here on the halfway point on the timer. 10 minutes.
It's actually going slower than I thought it was. I was thinking to myself like, oh, it's gonna feel like it's dragged out, but it's not. It's kind of it's entertaining. It's like a non-stop mid-fight, which is more or less TF2 in a nutshell.
Yeah, you know, we wanted to cut down some of the downtime. I mean, mid-fight is just so important in 6v6, and then you are at such a disadvantage when you're holding last that it kind of feels like an inevitability sometimes. So we're just trying to cut out the middle of it, and it's just definitely a different vibe on mid-fights, but it's a lot of fun, and you know, I think that we've seen some close action in some of these other games. We've seen some close rounds so far. Definitely players are going to continue to learn. I think both medics on Kritzkrieg now here, and the Tomislav is out. We're going to see this crit on the Demo Man, though. Oh, no, as Ninja Nick gets blown up. Dummy's going to barely survive with 2 health.
The real question is, where's the Natasha?
Yeah, I thought I saw Tag running that Natasha earlier.
There's so many weapons that have been banned since, like, Season 5, Season 6, like, way back, and you just forget that they're in the game, because that's how dead they've become.
Yeah, and there's definitely some that I would like to see that never really even got a chance. The Liberty Launcher. And I think sometimes the question is just, in a real practical environment, is it worth it? You know, Mangachu is running the short circuit, but, you know, maybe that's won him 1 or 2 engagements, but has it won his team the round?
No,
that's the big
I agree
question.
with the short circuit pickup. Like, there's no soldiers. What are you countering? I don't...
Yeah, you're countering the Demo.
The stickies, like, that's it, yeah.
But certainly, maybe if there was Soldier involved, it might be more influential. Tag fighting out. This is going better for Blue. They're going to need to start turning some rounds around here. As they get the capture here, the scout for Red Team, that is Sean, but tries to run out, tries to maybe get something happening. Does just kill Tag, though, which is going to be nice. Pure gets jumped on by the Pyro, who I don't think is going to be... Oh, no, Grape does escape. Oh, so still fighting for a second. Goes down. Sean, but and Pure
Grape's
both
Pyro is legendary. But, one thing I'm curious about is whether or not it's worth it. If you're low, just go die. If you know you're going to get the cap, just go suicide.
Yeah, I think sometimes it is, and, you know, that's another risk factor. Shambud, yeah, he's got to challenge the point, and that's the thing here is... oh, wow. Okay, there we go. He's on point. Oh, my God.
That was so close.
Wow. That's Sticky extremely close. He almost had that capture, almost respawned the team. That would have done it.
Force of Nature might be good here. Who knows? Push people off the point, go bonk, get some Force of Nature, bounce them all off.
Yeah, there's also a Soda Popper, you know, is raising in popularity here. Clockwork, I mean, oh, okay, he is using that Pretty Boy's pocket pistol, so he has whipped that out, getting that extra health. Grape gets a power jack kill on Sean Bud. Yeah.
This is definitely more worth it for like frag videos too, like just from that aspect, just the level of interesting frags that can come about when you put all of these classes in such a small confined area.
Yeah, you know, you like the Dota, like our boy AFK got like 50,000 views on like a Dota video that was undying Roche Pit, you know, and stuff like that where you're getting more randomness, more things that are just kind of wacky but serious. Yeah. And so Blue Team have done a good job of fighting back here. 4-5 right now with 6:40 on the clock. It definitely could just tie it back.
Although they don't know about this spy. Oh, here we go. Man, get you. Going in for the big plays.
Yeah, he's got that golden gun. And he needs to get on point and respawn his team. I think that's what he needs to do here. He's going to go for that as well. Because there's nobody on it. He's the last man standing and he gets the respawn.
Oh my god.
No plays. Blue's gonna. So Blue does get the respawn in return. Gets their players back up. Ninja Nick does have a crit streak ready to go here. Does pop it on Dummy. Watching around for everybody else. Dummy not really finding too many people with those stickies.
No, and stickies actually get countered pretty hard by heavy in general. There's still a crit sticky on this doorway. I wonder if they're gonna notice it or if someone's gonna. Yeah, they see it.
Yeah, Grape standing on point, but that does get that mark for death. And again, you know, there is that 20-second timer, and they have to be cognizant of it. If that timer goes all the way down, blue team can just stand on the point and recapture it to get the win. But Banny's going to push in. They are aware of it. They're going to get the recapture here. Blue team in a pinch here as it's just Dummy and Ninja Nick now, 80%. Can they build this quickly and then get like a round winning crit streak here? Can they fight their way to the point?
I go hide in the water or something at this point.
Yeah.
Such an awful position. He's stuck.
Yeah, anything to get that 5%.
Yeah.
But not going to happen. That does take us back to a 2-round lead, which is definitely a pretty safe margin. A lot better than just 1 round, that's for sure.
Yeah, I wonder what the thought process is. I guess the dispenser is just that good, but if you have a medic, I don't know how much you actually need the dispenser on this map. I'm just thinking about it.
I would rather see Pyro or I guess.
So I guess that kind of opens up the argument from before as to the class bans. Like, what would it be like if you could be running sniper right now? I don't know. It's crazy to think about, but
yeah, and that's part of the fun is that it'd be kind of fresh every map. We definitely played this map with sniper. Wow, things going crazy here. Is Banny getting stuck alone here? Does get a kill on Clockwork. Can't fight his way to the point though, as the blue team pulls that round back 5-6 now. Yeah, I mean, sniper on this map's really strong because you can snipe between the boxcars, so you just run right over the boxcar, and if you get 1 pick early, like that definitely can just swing the round right there. Sniping across the doors is super strong, and like you said too earlier, it's a very good counter to heavy weapons guy. Clockwork goes down early. There goes Dummy as well. Grape trying to separate the medic, getting flames on Shade, takes him down. Grape's doing work. There goes the point. Point captured. And here's the deal. You need to get on the point right away if the other team caps it, because they're going to be marked for death. And, well, they're just going to get their respawns. Their respawns are just going to run in. Grape doing work, though, right now. Killing Banny. Oh, my God. Air blasting back the medic. Can't get the flare shot right away. Does get the power jack on Shade.
Taunt.
Yeah, it's just
he just kind of walked in there. Tag walked up the ramp. No one noticed him because they were all shooting at this pyro. This pyro is just dismantling the red team right now. This is actually hilarious to me.
Just Sean Bud left. 20 seconds on the clock. Sean Bud's going to run in here. Gets taken out. It is a tie game, ladies and gentlemen. 6-6 with 3 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock.
Definitely a lot closer than I expected.
Yeah, and I mean, we had a comeback too, you know. I think there's still kind of the feeling when you're even just a few rounds down, there's the feeling of like, well, we can turn this back, you know, and you can have quick rounds, you can have slow rounds, and, you know, the clock just kind of flows by.
And I still haven't seen a sandwich toss or a milk been thrown. What are they waiting for?
Yeah, and, well, you know, to be honest, I mean, I think that's one of the things that, hopefully maybe this game mode and the open whitelist will bring about more. You know, we got the pleasure of seeing TI4 together, Flame, and with Dota, you know, you get that dynamic of everybody's kind of, you know, during the match kind of pushing up their glasses and saying like, why didn't they run this? Why didn't they run that? And I think that we need that more in TF2 of versatility of like, well, why didn't they ban Demo Man? Why didn't they, you know, run this item? Why didn't they run Mad Milk? Why didn't they run
I was thinking to
Girardi?
myself, like, what would TF2 be like with a buy menu? I mean, just, I don't know what it would do or how it would function, but if you could have smoke nades in TF2 or something, maybe not to that extent, but to have like that option to like maybe switch weapons or get a more dynamic loadout than just 3 might be a little, might be a way to look at it.
I would like to do some stuff as well, like a sandwich shotgun heavy, you know, where you're actually mixing 2 secondaries together.
Yeah, I was.
So there's some other things. Right now, though, we have 1:44 left to play here. Pure starts this round off with an early kill on Grape, but Sean Bud did go down, taken out by Tag. Shade trying to heal up all his players here with Banny. Banny under duress, though, and there goes the rest of Red. Mangachu on the point. Can he get the capture? He does! And the big revolver kill on Dummy. Dummy is going to get respawn there.
The big thing here, though, is that they did keep their medic up on blue, so they should be able to push in here with Uber and wipe them, assuming everything goes to plan. Nothing ever goes to plan, though.
Oh, a Tag!
As their heavy gets mowed down by a train. Spoke too soon.
Going according to plan, indeed. Dummy does get Mangachu here, but these crit stickies, you know, Red's tucked away. They're like, we don't want to mess with this. And 20 seconds on the timer, but you know, Shade's gonna get this crit streak ready to go. Red's got to push it in the meantime. They surely will. And this timer shouldn't be a problem here.
Though, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Ninja Nick taken down. There goes Clockwork as well. It's just dummy. Red gets on the point though to make sure that the clock flips back in their favor. They seal that round. That was a big round win.
Yeah, big train coming in clutch for a red team there to seal their victory, it looks like.
So here's the deal as well. Blue actually needs this round to wrap up extremely quickly, and in their favor. They need to win this round, and that will force the next round to start. But if it goes over 20 seconds, then it's not a guarantee. It's actually GG if it goes over 20 seconds. So. Oh, yeah, there we go. Ninja Nick now, just him.
Sounds like these, you need the Bloodsaga.
Yeah, good old Blutsager. I mean, definitely brings some power to the equation. And looks like red team, that is Banny's team, going to take the first map here, Arena well. The train clutching it out, getting a kill on tag there.
The train actually won them the round. Like, there is no doubt in my mind that train just won them the game.